Okay, this is the warm-ish interpretation of Ron Dan's tips for a successful interview. So I'm going to discuss some five tips for an interview. Before you do anything, it's important that your company that you're in with, you know what their services are, that who their president is, their history, things like that. Before you'll make a better presentation if you know that before. Also, if you study your resume, you'll put down your schools, your experience, your work experience, community volunteerism, maybe all of that's important. Summarize those things. Your history, make those step-by-step histories brief. Don't need to exaggerate or elaborate all that. Most questions will be they'll ask you why you're here, why do you want to work, and it's important to give them a direct answer, and I'm enthusiastic about working here. That's important. On the internet, there's lots of different questions, like example questions that you could read and go over, or maybe you sit with your friend and the two of you practice, take turns playing at those questions, and your confidence will improve, and so that's great and important. The most common interview question: what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? That's a question they ask everywhere. And so you're really enthusiastic, that's your strength, or maybe you're late. Also, it's important to pick your interpreter. You decide to pick a skilled interpreter, who that's going to be, and sit with that person and discuss, what's going to happen, find out their skills. Now, when you enter the interview process, it's important to arrive early, an hour early. Why? Myself, I tend to, I want to show up there, see where the building is, see where remember I parked my car, then I can go have a cup of coffee and just sort of relax, and then arrive early with the interpreter to discuss things, and your confidence. That will help your confidence. You're not all over the place with everything, so that's important. Now, okay, so now you're sitting down to the interview process and you want to show your enthusiasm, that you're happy to be there, you're ready. It's important. And you're showing that you're smart, and you're answering their questions directly. So how many are there? Maybe there's 4. Make sure that you have a direct connection to each person, eye contact with each of them. Maybe your interpreter's sitting over here to the side, but you don't want to just focus on the interpreter. That would disconnect you from the rest of the people that you're talking to, so you want to make a connection with them. You don't want to just talk to the interpreter and ignore everyone else. And so maybe you want to ask about how much money you're going to make or that sort of thing. No, not yet. After the interview, after you go home and they contact you back, and then you say, yes, me? Okay, then you can go more in depth with that sort of thing. Now, when the interview is finished, thank everyone, shake everyone's hand, that's important. And okay, the next thing, when you bring in your resume, and maybe how many copies do you want? Maybe 8, or however many interviewers there are, 2, 10, I don't know. Then bring copies for everybody. You'll want to list on there your references. Not your friends, but maybe people you've worked with. Bring that on paper to give out. Maybe a little stack and you just order the space in front of you, and to impress them and show that you're ready.